who are you Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What the? Where's our team? Where are the Blues? And who are these guys? And where have they been all season? You know what? This is something that I have realized. And I'm hoping Lance gets on. I'm waiting on him. Somebody's been watching the Hawaii Blues Fan and the BlueNote Fan Report. Yes, they have. Somebody's been watching the BlueNote Fan Report. You want to know why? You want to know why I know somebody's been watching the BlueNote Fan Report? Oh, my goodness. Oh, Michelle and Bob, Colton is skating in mud. Yeah, I noticed he's been down a little bit. They've got him back early. You know, they were forced to. So, but you know what? This team's still got to play 60 minutes. We've seen 20 good minutes. Are we going to see another 40 more? Right? And Bob, you're absolutely right. 20 minutes does not a game make. And we've seen this before. Kane, best period they played all season. I agree. Great period by the Blues in a long time. Rooster, Jess York, she loves her some Reeves. And Richard Campbell loves my third jersey. Jordan's saying hi. You know, this is kind of a crazy game. I'm looking at it, and I'll tell you what. I was hoping that Lance would show up, and I'm not sure where he is. I know I sent him a link. Yes, I did send him a link. So if he shows, he shows. If not, he's not. But hey, this is where I'm at. This is how I feel. I think Coach Berube been watching the BlueNote Fan Report. Because, wow, we have speed on the ice. How long have I been saying, you got speed, use it? That's what it's crazy. Unfortunately, Vlad, yes, it is too late to put your pick in, my friend. Got to be before puck drop. No exceptions. Especially after a goal score. Sometimes if there hadn't been a goal, I'll let it go, but not after a goal scores. Wow! What a game, guys. What a game. First time in a long time, stats have been on our side. So I was in Colorado getting ready to play, and I saw a tall guy with a goatee yelling in French at his kid. It was Patrick Waugh yelling at his kid who's on the night. Oh, Chris. Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. Tell Patrick to come on the BlueNote Fan Report. My boy scores. And he says we, because the Chris Lambert's saying we. A lot of speed comes from tape-to-tape passes and not being so friggin' crisp passing would make you look a lot faster than and that's a great point. Great point. You know, it's fun to watch this, and I'm trying to bring the stats up and see where we're at stat-wise. They got a video playing. Here we go. St. Louis took 14 shots, only gave up 10. 0 for 1 on the power play. Clifford fight. Nice. It was nice to happen. If this is how a team's will look at Hoffman, maybe trade him for some picks, not Hall. You know, I don't think Hoffman's getting traded for Hall. I really don't. I do not think the Blues were ever in on Hall. I think that there was some, you know, and if they were in at all, it was to drive the price up. And that's how I felt about that. I don't think they're ever in on Hall. I don't think Hall fits at all with us. Glad to see some offensive effort, both sides, offense and defense. Kyle, I agree with you. Jordan York, Reeves did a great job fighting. Clifford did a great job of trying. Okay. Richard Campbell, thoughts on Schwartz being traded? Then Gunner. He could. But I don't think the Blue. I think Schwartz. I really think Schwartz sticks around. You know, I have a feeling that there's been some talks already. If a player wants to stay and they can, you know, work something, then Armstrong's pretty good at making sure the player stays. I don't see him getting traded. I really don't. Ashley doesn't have to work at 4 a.m., but they seem to be making this sleep sacrifice worth it. So far, Ashley, so far. Robert Morton, I think the Blues played well in the first on Monday, but the only difference is we scored on our chances tonight. Great point. I'm with you there. Marianne, Guy, you have to message me after the show. Yes, ma'am. No Hall. Do we make the playoff spot? You know what? Too early to tell. Way too early to tell. Chris Shockley, no, he would have sit. Yeah. Schwartz is going nowhere. Yeah, I'm with that. I don't see Schwartz getting traded. Had one of their best periods in a long time. I hope they keep it up. I agree. Hopefully doesn't end up cracking. Yeah, I'm with you there. Chris Lambert, if we start clawing back with securing a win tonight, I say yes. Nah, there's still a lot more. You know what? When you say yes, is if you win this game and then you beat the Wild twice. Then maybe you say you hold off on any trades. Dunn or Bozak? I can see Bozak. Dunn, I think you keep. And that's just, I think Dunn's getting a bad rap in my mind. Wallman looks great. Schwartz must stay, and Cinco, especially Braden, can't lose my number one. Okay, I'm with you. Dante, back to Robert's point. I've seen a lot of really solid hockey out of the Blues. It's just not converting on chances. No puck luck. True, we're getting it so far. You know, I disagree with no puck luck. You create your own puck luck, and that's what's really good about this is you do create your own puck luck. Who do you predict will be a Kraken? Now that's where I could see Dunn getting left unprotected. I don't think you get enough trading him, but I could see him getting left unprotected. This game against Arizona on the 17th is going to be huge. Absolutely it is. And let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend, and the Lance. Lance, did you know Coach Ruby watches the BlueNote Fan Report?
Apparently he does.
How often? And you know what? I'm sorry. I get to pat myself on the back. I've been complaining about not using speed. And what happens in this game right off the get-go? They use speed, and what happens? 2 goals.
Yep.
Cinco. When I interviewed Chris Butler, did you see that interview?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I asked him about Tarasenko, and he told me Tarasenko's sneaky fast. You just don't know how fast he is, and next thing you know, he's gone.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that takes those first steps and he looks fast, but then he takes those next steps. And you know, one guy like that, a lot of people said, and I know it's different with defense. A lot of people said Pronger was slow. Yeah. Pronger looked slow because of his size and his gait, but Pronger was fast. But Tarasenko's got that little burst after that third step or so, and he's past you. This team has been, I tell you, this is the best period I've seen them play in 15, 20 games. It's been good goaltending, good defense, getting the puck out of their own end quickly, and good scoring opportunities. This is the best I've seen the Blues in a long, long time. They are hungry for that puck like a dog is for a bone. They want that puck. They don't want Vegas to have it. And like you've been saying, and I've been agreeing with you since Blaze been out, Blaze should be in the lineup every night. I know he can make some mistakes, but his speed can get you some opportunities.
So I guess you've been, I didn't know this until today, but I guess you've been a recipient of the Dante's Inferno. He told me to bust your butt, but he was telling you that this game was coming. Mike Dante I love Mike Dante. If you've been texting with him, I love you, man, for it. I call him Dante's Inferno because he is absolutely fun. Rooster says Benny's been great. He's fast because he's powerful. I agree with that. Pronger didn't have to be fast. He was so long that he could catch up. And that's what you were talking about. His gait just didn't make him look as fast as he actually was. And you know, I'm just going to say it. Speed kills. You have it, use it.
Well,
and
if
we
you
weren't.
noticed in the first game against Vegas, why did they win? Team speed.
Speed, absolutely.
They kept beating the Blues to the puck. When the Blues would try to dump and chase, Vegas would get to the puck first, and it was out of the Blues offensive zone within a second. I think Vegas is shocked because the Blues aren't playing the way that they've been playing. They're hungry on that puck, and I hope it continues. I hope Berube does not go into his good shutdown mode when they're up 2-3, 3-0, which has been rare this year because he tends to do that. Let's hope he keeps the pressure on, and if he keeps the pressure on, the Blues should win this game.
And as you say that, Sam says, let's not count our chickens. Vegas will make adjustments and come out flying. Next goal, I think, is the game. Actually, I don't think it's the next goal. I think it'll be the first goal of the third period.
I think.
Right? And Ashley says, I'm not. It's the dreaded 2-goal lead. I agree.
It's going to be the goal if the Blues go up 3-0 or if Vegas ties it 2-2. If Vegas ties it 2-2, I'm going to be very wary of what's going to happen. But if the Blues go up 3-0, even if they go into a defensive mode, I won't be as worried as much. But you still don't go into a defensive mode when you're up 3-0. Because why are you up 3-0? Not because of your defense, it's because of your offense.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly right. They've had a couple of breakaways that they haven't.
Yeah, they've had a couple that they should have probably come on, but I tell you, Fleury's a great goalie, and he's going to make those saves, and he's a very proud guy. He's going to want to come out and shut him down for the rest of the game, and I love Dante. Him and I have went back a little bit, back and forth, and I never said the Blues wouldn't have a game like this. I said they needed to prove it to me and win several games, and that's what they need to do.
I agree.
I'm not jumping back on the bandwagon with one win. I'm just not going to do it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He says, I love you two together. Calling right now. You will have a radio deal at some point. Perfect combination here in hockey journalism. Well, I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Ashley says, I agree with Dante's Inferno here. It's a great name for him, man. Dante's Inferno. Name. I love it.
It's a great name. If I had that last name or if I had that first name, you better believe I would try some way to use it in either an email or a Twitter account or a Facebook account.
Yeah, no, see, this game's important because of the next two.
That's right.
The next two.
Yep,
right? You've got 2 games at home against Minnesota.
Yep.
Those are the teams you got to beat. You win 3 in a row. Back off the trades. Back off the trades because now you've got something building. 3 at home. Now you got something building. You don't win those 3, and I say you hold out Hoffman one more game. I don't know about Bortuzzo so much, but I say hold out Hoffman one more game.
I still say that Mikkola should play in the next 2 games, and I still say that Hoffman's gone guaranteed, and Bozak is most likely gone. There's several teams in on him. As I said the other day, as I told Brock from the Hockey Writers, that there's 4 teams in on Hoffman, and he said he hadn't heard that. And what did we hear last night? One of the guys came out and said the Edmonton Oilers, the Bruins, the Islanders, and another team were in, or the Avalanche were in on Hoffman. What did I say, Guy, before anybody else did? I said 4 teams. Yep. And I said 2 or 3 of them are serious, and one's a tire kicker, and one of them is a tire kicker. But,
the tire kicker, I think, was the Islanders because they made a big trade today.
Yep.
I also think that the Avalanche would be doing it just to take power away from the Blues, so I don't see them as being the serious contenders.
I don't see Armstrong trading to them to make them better. Why would he do that? Because if he does get to the playoffs, then he's got to play them. And Edmonton's serious about it, but one of their concerns, from what I hear from one of the writers up there, is that quarantine. Any player they get from the U.S. is going to have to sit out.
For 7 days.
7 days, even though it's not 14. 7 days is still a lot of time missed with only, most teams have 16 to 19 games left. That's a lot of games to miss.
Yeah. No, I don't see, I thought Bozak would get traded, but they're not sitting him. And if they're not sitting him, there's nothing in the works. I'm surprised. I really am.
There is something in the works. Hoffman's being set because his deal's closer and because Berube's doesn't like him at all.
And that's the crap. It's all Berube's fault.
Yep.
Blues had 3 D zone turnovers to Vegas's 1. Shots are 16-12. Attempts are 22-9. Chances are 8-7. And these are all on the Blues 9. So that's important. Playing him to build trade value. Possible. I just don't see Bozak getting traded because, the question's going to be anybody that's going to want to trade for Bozak isn't going to give you what he's worth because of that concussion he suffered at the beginning of the year.
He's probably still going to get a second tier prospect or a third round pick. And I'm going to tell you, look back through the history of the NHL. How many third round picks have turned out to be decent players?
Yeah.
They're not going to keep him. I already know that for sure. I've been told that unless he wants to play for $1.5 million, $2 million, and he ain't going to do that. I just think that he's gone from here. I love him. I think he works hard most nights, and he's a great guy. But I think if you can get a third round pick for him, you just move off of him.
Yeah. Well, he's making $5 now.
Yep.
I think he'd go down to $3.
I don't think he would, and I think the Blues have other players they want to take that ice time with, and other people that they can possibly sign in free agency that they feel are younger and maybe a little bit better than Bozak.
Yeah. Sam makes a great point. Bozak did a lot of little things to help win the cup. Bozak did one big thing. Bozak went after a puck that everybody in Boston felt was a trip that ended up winning game 5.
Yep.
Right? You got to remember that. This reminds me, why don't we do Hockey Fights Cancer? Oh yeah. Tanner brought up a good thing. I was on that Zoom call, and there's actually a lot of ALS that is in a lot of former players are dealing with ALS, and a lot of former players are dealing with post-concussion syndrome.
And there's a lot of players that are dealing with Parkinson's too.
Parkinson. So she makes a great point about doing something to promote awareness for that, and that is a really good point. Cancer is the big one that everybody's on right now, but I'm okay. I think she's absolutely right. Something to be done.
Yeah,
Dennis.
I want to say one thing. I can't remember who said that about Bozak, but like Guy and I said before the game, 2019 doesn't matter. We don't pay guys now for 2019. I agree. That's the problem I have with people wanting to give Pietrangelo anything he wanted because he was the first captain to ever raise a cup. Well, Bennington was the first goalie to ever raise the cup. And all those forwards were the first forwards to ever raise the cup.
Yeah, same.
Right? I love Bozak, but he's at the end. He's 35 years old, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's time to move on. But I agree with you, Guy. These hockey players go through so much, and I love the Hockey Fights Cancer, but I'd love to see them do things for strokes and ALS and other things like that too.
Yeah. So Bozak third round, are you kidding me? How are we gaining on that? Bozak's worth more than a third round. Well, here's the thing. I think Bozak is worth more than the third round. I just don't think you're going to get more than a third round because of that concussion he took today.
When he first came to the Blues, you could have got probably a lower end first to a second round pick. But guys, he's 35 years old. He's slowing down. He doesn't contribute as much as he used to. He doesn't play as many minutes. I know we love him, and a lot of times that kind of gives us rose-colored glasses. But right now, Tyler Bozak is a third. If somebody offers them a second for him and Doug Armstrong doesn't take it, then Doug Armstrong needs to be fired.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? It's time. Game's back on. We'll pick this up at the second intermission. I'll see you then, Lance. Aloha, mahalo, and let's go Blues. Say again?
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.